Meh. Okay, that's now working. Okay, that's now working. And that's now working. Okay, I have no idea what happened there, but apparently, OBS decided it didn't want to recognize anything. I'm hoping audio's okay, because I don't know if my microphone is the correct setting. So if it sounds any different, let me know. So hello Ringo, hello Scarf, hello Jackal, Brian, you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. Okay, so I've only just noticed that the Stream Elements chat doesn't like putting in the emotes, which is strange. I'm not entirely sure why it's doing that. Yeah, I just got done with groceries. Nice. Hey, how am I doing? Next limited ban. But Mizuki. I'm probably gonna do it anyway because I just I just want to check something real quick. Because there is something wrong with the chat box. It's, for some reason, not showing emotes. And I thought it would do. But apparently it doesn't. Very strange. Oh well, I'll deal with that another time. Let me just pop out the chat and get everything set up then. Move that there. Put this like that, I'd say, maybe. Might have this a bit further down. Okay, that's now ready. Streamer luck, one pull only. That would be amazing, but unlikely. Hello, Crazy, and hello, Zek and Jins, and I can't remember if I said hello to Raphael and Knight, but hello to you too as well. How's my eyes tracking? My eyes are tracking okay. I've changed the camera a little bit, so I'm hoping that's going to be fine. Like that. Okay, it'll do what it does. I think I've got everything set up now, so I might as well try this. I was originally going to save this, and then I saw that this banner got sneaked in. Well, sneaked in, I'm sure it was probably announced, but I didn't see it. And I want Mizuki. I've been wanting him for a while. He's a really good op. So, you know. There we go. Hello, I have a few minutes before I have to work. Oh, okay, hello, welcome in. Good luck. Okay, that's it.
Frostleaf, former mercenary. From now on, I'm your operator. Assign me any job you want. I can do pretty much anything.
I'm just going to turn off... There we go. No buzzing while streaming. Okay, Frostleaf, not too bad. I do kind of need to... I've gotten the urge to level this character up since seeing the anime yesterday. And you're thinking with parts of you that aren't your brain. Come on. I like the abilities. I used him in IS2 and I was really liking how it worked. I got Grey. Yeah, I've got Grey already, so I'm kind of worried I'm going to end up getting him again. Have you learned about the new pity banner system we're getting? I've seen that there is going to be a new one. but I haven't actually read into it yet. I'm probably going to do that later. I've got one more. Let's see. Let's see if Streamer Luck holds in, even though Streamer Luck has never actually worked with me. Nah, Streamer Luck never works with me. It's a myth.
This is Intern Hibiscus.
Ah,
From now
high
on,
voice.
I'll be in charge of managing yours and every operator's health at Rhodes Island.
Okay, I might put the volume down a little. On desktop side? Nah, let me do it on this side. No, it's already quite... Okay, Why is that so loud? Okay. Just gonna move that up just a little, just a smidgen. There we go, there we go. That should be okay. I just don't want it to end up being louder than my voice, because that's really... You know, it's always annoying when that happens. Okay, perfect. Now let's get into the actual thing that we're supposed to be doing. Hello, Juz. How are you doing? Oh, I could have swore I did 3 stars on these already. Oh, it must have been one of the other stages. Mizuki did me dirty on Shoulder Banner. Had to... Yeah, that seems to be the running theme for me when doing these banners. I almost always get exclusively another character in the banner, and not the one that I want. Like Penance, I've got, I think 2 extra lots of. Say Leech, I nearly maxed out, or at least it feels like I nearly maxed her out. It seems to be a running theme recently. Hello, Les. How are you doing? Okay, let's see what this one says. So, breath of the city. Veins pulse from deep underground. Their sound covered by the military vehicles making through the streets. Okay. Not the best of starts. That's 3 different choke points, which isn't ideal. Hello, Karma. Are you gonna E1 or E2 Frostleaf one day? Yeah, I think I'm... Funnily enough, I already mentioned this earlier, because I ended up getting another... I ended up getting her again in a banner, but I was just saying that after seeing the anime, I'm gonna be working on leveling her up. How's CC treating you? Not bad. I've unfortunately missed a couple of days every now and then throughout the week because I, you know, work and such. Okay, anyway, let's have a look at this. 3 choke points, not the best. No artillery, though, that's good. So, probably just 1, 1. Oh, no, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3. We'll see how that goes. Not that one. That's for Annihilation, which I still haven't finished. I think I'm good with what I've got. I mean, I can't exactly complain with most of the people I have these days. I don't have to worry too much about the 3 blocks because there's no artillery, so I can be a little bit more liberal with where I put them. They just got to give us Frostleaf Altar. That would be nice. Yeah, I think everything here is fine. We'll see how it goes. Oh, hello. Pipes. They are buried deep underground with no end in sight. These pipes connect the entire city. They are the veins of Londinium. It is through them that the energy is supplied to Londinium's heart. And that is where we are right now. Never fear the darkness before your eyes. When the sun sets at night, the shadows live on in the city's veins. When the light is taken, you trust your ears, your nose, and your remaining senses. Listen carefully. The mechanical rumble is the flow of its blood. The gears rotate rhythmically. Rhythmically? Rhythmically. There we go. Like breathing. Indeed, Londinium is alive. Even if we do not sit on its tall throne, it lives on as its own organism. If you ever find yourself here again one day, no matter what may be chasing you, you needn't be afraid. After all, you run through the body of Londinium. Vina, you are home. This is looking a bit like one of the areas in... It's looking like the area in Stainless's music video. Ah, I forgot I finally got Stainless. Oh, nice! Okay, everyone. We can stop here for a while. Where exactly are we? We've been climbing down all this time. It's like we burrowed ourselves into some kind of pipeline. The walkway is broader, but it's still dark as hell. Dark? Well, are you those cutthroats who would drive us to some abandoned construction site and slice our neck? Huh? You might be right about that. Where the hell are you anyway, punk? Don't think we'll just follow your every word. To be on the safe side, let me ask you the same question. I don't know if you ever noticed, but Closure here doesn't have the GitHub logo anymore. You know, I may have forgotten she had that to begin with. Still no Cockney. It's not one I can easily do. I can't even easily make a fake one. Who are you people? Why are you trying to sneak into Londinium? Before we answer that, you need to let our employee go. I was like, right, you're taking me hostage. As if I forgot about that. Is our hooded friend your commander? Sure enough, I figured out who calls the shots in battle. That said, Courteous Lady, you're the one who's actually in charge, right? Don't be surprised, I'll admit. You have a few tricks up your sleeves, but we're locals. And we know this playbook a lot better than you. A local? You live in Londinium, then? Were you part of that big fight earlier? Start with the guesses. We haven't worked up the mutual trust yet. Dublin and the Sarkaz fighting each other doesn't prove anything. Them bickering doesn't mean we should fall down on either side. Londinium's veins. What did you say? We've made it inside Londinium. How can you tell? These pathways connect the city to the outside. They can get us past the Sarkaz guards and inside the city. How long have we walked? 20 minutes? I reckon we're right underneath a certain key facility in Sedin right now. The facility isn't far from the walls. And it's a key hub. From here, you can get to many places in the city. Rail tracks. Just another kilometer or two ahead, and there will be a train station above us. you ain't the only local here. You know Londinium as well. You know Londinium well. I suppose you used to live here. I'm a local too. No wonder. I was about to say your hammer feels especially familiar. Feline lady, you're a feline, right? Whatever you are, that's what I am. I'm really gonna regret this if you guys are actually sarcasm spies, aren't I? Don't hurt the doctor. He can't hurt me, it's too late to regret anything. I'm gonna give it the confidence. Oh, hello. How does Cockney sound again? I'm not too familiar with it. See, that's the kicker. If people here are expecting me to go with, like, Tracer or something, I'm afraid to inform you that that's not really a Cockney accent. It's really difficult to do Cockney accent. And it's sort of like... Oh, it's hard to say because, it's not even that common in London anymore. It's sort of been replaced by another London accent, which you may have heard if you play Valorant. Phoenix's accent is the new London accent. But it is very much the Tuesday sort of accent. I thought Indra has a Cockney accent. Yes, I believe so. And, so does, Stainless. Huh? When did you take over the drones? You're holding it in your bare hands. Oh, I could detonate the drone bomb right now, you know. You don't have a remote. This drone isn't even finished. All it can do is fly. I'm going with that one. This is bad. When did you figure it out? When was I talking to you? Or when I led you down the underground passage? So Stainless Ian VA is which type of London accent? Stainless and Indra are both Cockney. I don't think there's a character in Arknights that has a new London accent. Again, the only thing I can really think of in terms of games is Phoenix from Valorant. Maybe even before that. Hold on, you couldn't have figured out all the way back when I captured you. That drone poses no threat. This drone poses no threat. And you let me drag you all this way down here? I had to get a feel for your intentions. You think my friends here didn't know? Let's do this one. If I hadn't thought for a second... Oh, I probably should have led with the second one. If I hadn't thought for a second, you If I hadn't? No, we've only just started. Come on, Karma. Get to reading properly. If I had thought for a second, you were going to hurt the doctor. My hammer would have cracked your skull before your hand could even touch the remote. I love that the doctor is getting more and more of their own personality. Yeah. You know, you really should have picked someone dumber for your hostage. Like this punk who only knows to speak with her fists. She might have fallen for your trick. You think you could have come anywhere close? Or he, rather. So the signal jammer I brought along isn't gonna come in handy? Mr. Local, I think it's about time we put an end to the charade. No more testing each other. We may not face enemy cannon fire, but There's still a threat to the both of us out there. Haven't we proven ourselves? We've had many opportunities to take you down from the moment we met. Suppose we were actually spies sent here by the Sarkaz. We've already figured out the size of the things here, so why waste any more time talking to you? The only reason that the Doctor was playing the hostage here, and that we willingly followed you into this passageway, is because we believe you mean no harm. So, shouldn't you put your trust in us more and tell us what your goal is? Sounds very convincing. I mean, you could say I'm your hostage now. Rock, come on out. Hello. That's a nice looking weapon. Drones? So many. With that formation, they're aiming at us, aren't they? They could shoot us all full of holes. Rock, stop it. It doesn't matter if they spot you or your drones. Considering their strength, I wouldn't be able to get out alive if we came to blows. If you knew that, if you knew that, maybe you shouldn't have brought me along to play your stupid games. Fine, you're right. Hey, hooded friend, can you give Rock 17 back? The drone in your hand there. It's only half done. If you break it, Rock's gonna be livid. Oh, well, pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm Faced. This is Rock, my partner. We belong here to Londinium's, to the Londinium. We belong to the Londinium Citizens Salvation Corps. How many places do you think there are in Londinium that our eyes cannot reach? The LCSSC. Yeah, it's quite a long name, isn't it? Countless many. There are thousands of old factories in the city. Roughly 4 in 10 are abandoned. The remaining 60% are still operational. Most of the factories that are still running are built on the sites of even older factories. The factory buildings might as well be labyrinths filled with centuries worth of industrial waste. I was going to say, you'd think that they would just renovate and maintain the ones they already have, and not build on top of each other like that in such a messy way. But then I remembered that the London Underground exists, and I decided not to press this forward. As many factories as there are even more slums hidden away between the factory buildings. Not even the top echelons of the city's defense force can say how many there are living in the civilian industrial and old logistic districts. Sometimes, I even think this place isn't so different from Casdell. Wait, London has an underground like this for real? Well, obviously not in sense of like underground factories and stuff like that. That would be a bit much. I mean more so the underground rail network, the underground, the subway, I suppose, for the Americans. It's basically just a series of tunnels, and there's also the sewage system, some of it old, some of it new, kind of like Paris's ones, but none of the old fancy ones still exist. It's basically just a mess of mazes of tunnels and such. You could quite easily have a underground society there in the old abandoned areas if they weren't as easily guarded as they are. In the case of Londinium, however, it is a lot harder to guard these areas. The more colourful the outer shell of the main the more colourful the outer shell is the main difference. That, and they buried the rotten parts deeper inside to keep the stench from suffocating the distinguished elite. Trying to fish a group of troublemakers out of the Casdale slums in 3 days is like trying to rob a group of Lateran envoys covered by the apostolic knights on your own. Not an easy task. It is still built atop the foundation that we were all born in Casdale. Londinium. Who dares to claim to know Londinium so well? How long did it take us to defeat the Parliamentary Guard and take command of 70% of the city's defense forces? Okay, maybe the Knights of the Tower that got their asses kicked might have been the Parliamentary Guard. Wouldn't surprise me. Less than a week. How long did it take us to hang the aristocrats that took the lead in the operation and defeat the hooligans they spent great sums to hire dozens of times, until they all finally fell in line? A month and a half. Yet, we are now months into our tug of war with the so-called rebels here in the Steen streets and alleys. In just half a year, we seized nearly every borough of Londinium. Every borough except this one. A half-abandoned industrial district from the south all the way to the north. It surrounds the mountains in Londinium's centre and connects to a rarely visited old logistics district. Now, this is where the history of Londinium begins. So the history books claim. I know that there must be at least one king, perhaps even several, who are dissatisfied with my progress. You mentioned that they wanted to completely seal off this ward. They are far too easily offended. As soon as command here falls into their hands, they will build a new wall between Sedin and the other wards with the bodies of the Londiniers. Hello, Navi. How you doing? At the very least, the Regent supports you. No, it is I who must do everything I can to support the General. The court does not understand the General's pain, not plan. They do not understand how fragile the current balance is. Do you know why I insisted on activating only the secondary defense cannons? If I activate the primary cannons right now, will the Dukes out there march right inside? I swear you are one of the few streamers I watch who seem to be able to say Londinium instead of London. I do find it a little bit difficult every now and then, but with Londinium itself, it's not so bad. It's the Londiniers that I find difficult to say, and sometimes I will default to just saying Londoners, because sometimes it's easier to flow it into a sentence. But it is a bit of a struggle every now and then. I can see why some people just sort of default to London instead. Suppose we proceed to slaughter all the people of Londinium. Will that once again stir disloyalty among the nobles in the city, and the soldiers who joined us, causing them to turn their swords against us and fight to the bitter end? Well, yes, it would, because if you're going to kill everyone anyway, then there's no point in surrendering. So you might as well fight. Suppose we completely abandon this industrial district. How much longer will the General's plans be delayed without the trains carrying materials to the Shard every day? The Lord's pride prevented them from casting their ancient skulls downwards to see these foreign cities. In my opinion, if we are to control all of Londinium, the most difficult battle we must fight is right before our eyes. The Sarkas call us rebels. We got no complaints in that department. If the only way to save ourselves is by standing up against them, then even the most ordinary of Londoners will take up arms. Do you know what's happening in the other wards? Can't be better than here. All of us either work for the Sarkas or die. We've been getting bits and pieces of news from up north. From what I heard, the Sarkas army there is much more cruel. Vina, does that mean Bayard? I don't know. And the rest to stay behind? Calm down. How am I supposed to be calm? It's been 5 years. I don't even know if they're still... We'll find them. Soon we'll find each of them, one by one. Well, hopefully they'll all be in groups so you don't have to find them one by one. Okay, Vina, I trust you. No matter where they are, no matter if they're alive or... Never mind. I won't get so gloomy in front of everyone. Ladies, as long as your friends are still alive, we should have a way to get in touch with them. Actually, I should say get in touch with them. At least that would help with the accent a bit more. You operate outside of Sudin too? We can get anywhere in Londinium, even outside the city. For each of us, they take away, 10 more join our ranks. Rockrock is a born and bred Sudin girl. She's one of our most senior fighters. She knows better than the rest of us how our team grew, bit by bit. Seeing as you're leading a team now, we might have been adding to our ranks a little too quickly. Who do you think led you to 11 victories, Lieutenant? All we did was lead people underground. How does that count as a victory? Managing to live another day under the Sarkas' noses, all while we get to keep operating in the dark? I call that a win. It's just as you saw. The Sarkas haven't taken complete control of Sudin yet. The terrain and the flow of people here are so chaotic that if the Sarkas really are trying to take control of every inch, then they must really have underestimated the place. And besides, this is where the last Londinium Defense Force squad fought the Sarkas. Oh, looks like they lost too. They fought and they lost. I like his wink, yeah. The battle was over quick, way too quick. Before any of us could react, the Sarkas were already standing on top of the walls. It's because of all the traitors. They brought out our elite squads. Brought out. Miss, were you into the military? Miss, were you in the military? No, I wasn't. I was a local, like them. That's convincing to absolutely no one. Alright, a local. I know the military had its share of traitors. Plenty of them, even. The traitors and some of the aristocrats defected to the Sarkas with much of the defense force. And outside Sudin, you may still find Londinium forces patrolling the streets, but their commanding officers are all regulars at Sarkas soirees now. So, Londinium basically did a Paris, from what I can see. What about the last squad that fought here? They held out to the bitter end. Each of them paid a dear, terrible price. I don't know how many of them survived, but I think having experienced a hopeless fight like that, even if they made it out alive, their hearts must ache whenever they look at Londinium's walls. Ah, this lot. I mean, they did annex Gaul. True. But it does remind me a bit of Paris and the Vichy French, how a large portion of occupied France was still French ran, just because they decided to side. So it very much has that kind of feel. It's kind of interesting. It does feel like they've sort of, for the country and the city and all that, it's obviously, you know, London and Britain, Victorian era, but they sort of made the incursion and occupation similar to the World War II blitzkrieg of France in a way, or at least Paris. Ah, damn it! Ah, I keep forgetting scroll wheel moves a thing. Don't be so alarmed. Keep your head up. Take your hand off the crossbow and relax a little. The residents here are used to seeing all kinds of people. They won't help us, but as long as they don't feel their lives are in danger, they won't follow Dublin or Sarkaz's orders. Ugh. Life under the enemy's watchful eye. I can't imagine going through that. Do you know how they used to think of us? I haven't thought about it. I never did either. Lieutenant? Alright, stop calling me Lieutenant. I'm Horn here. There are way too many lieutenants running around, all of different factions. Right, Horn. Where are we going? To regroup with my companions first. The Sarkaz patrol will pass by the area in 5 minutes. We'll split into 2 teams and follow the rail tracks east separately. Actually, I should have her say Lieutenant as well, because she does come from a noble background, so if anyone's going to be saying Lieutenant, it'd be likely her as well. After 350 meters, you'll see an iron suitcase. Suitcase? You'll see an iron staircase leading up. Yes, you got to watch out for those iron suitcases. They are everywhere. If you hear 5 metallic knocks, come up. Fucking Christ. If you hear 5 metallic knocks, come up. 3, stay put. 2, disband immediately. You might think the abandoned factories there look familiar. Don't be surprised. It's Dublin's stronghold. Stronghold? Stronghold. I am struggling today, guys. Isn't that a little dangerous? With Dublin occupying the area, the Sarkaz don't go there often. Want to try your hand at hide and seek? You're welcome to join in on the fun. Let me just... So, are you really just normal business? Just like you're a normal engineer? Rosa, Horn, Posey are noble operators. I can think off the top of my head. Yeah. That's putting it simply. Now that the Sarkaz are in charge of Londinium, who am I to doubt your excuses? You're security personnel working for a medical corporation, right? Let's see. A team with a total of 17 people. All of you outfitted with military-grade equipment. And you work well with each other. You even have these half-decent drones. Half-decent? Ooh, her eyes changed a little there. What do you mean half-decent? You can't talk about my work like that. Settle down. I didn't get a good look up there. Didn't get a good look at them up there. Maybe you can show them to me another time. Well, Sarkaz blew them all up. Just thinking about it makes my heart ache. Why don't you try fixing them? You should have a couple of wrecked drones left, right? How about I take a look at them for you? I have all the tools we need. Closure. I did manage to snatch 2. I get the feeling after this scuffle, Closure and Stainless are going to get along very well. I'd imagine the rest of their families aren't much better than the rest. Angie Closure, yeah. Oh yeah, Reed is technically nobility. Those drones are Rhode Island technology. You have to work with us first before we can share it. Yes. Oh, I mean, those are technically the same thing, but... Whoa, someone's cautious. Doctor. Oh, no, Doctor. Yeah, sorry. Doctor. What kind of doctor are you, anyway? Oh, I gotta be careful with that. I go very quickly into North when I say doctor. Never mind. We'll talk about it another time. I'm in no rush. And aside, why did you make it to Londinium in the first place? Or how did you make it to Londinium in the first place? I've told you plenty about the city's situation, but if we're working with each other, why don't you tell me something about the outside? It was a long journey. I know you already fought Dublin. You have eyes outside the city? Quartus lady, we talked about this. We're sharing information with each other. Okay. Taking us back a bit, we did have a run-in with Dublin outside Londinium. Ah, flashback. That explains the lack of artillery. I'm hoping it doesn't explain the lack of artillery. I'm hoping it's just in general. Ugh. Here. I'm gonna do this one.
Forwards!
Sguainate le spade.
I should make your
Ricevuto.
voice Ian. I know you're Syracusan, but you're actually Colombian Syracusan, so or Syracusan Colombian, so English would probably make more sense. Daily dose of 155. that would do it, I suppose.
Ricevuto. Falli a pezzi.
Your orders. Attack!
Yes. Yeah, but Italian voice is so good. I mean, yeah, it is. I'm just thinking in terms of lore accuracy. Ah, I forgot about this. Well, I didn't forget. I forgot that it was that week. Okay, I need to be careful here. Okay, that's not too bad. This one will be, though. Just gonna nuke that. That sounds lovely and dangerous. I'm just gonna do that.
Your orders. Ah!
Can I feel the distance? There!
Okay, I'm probably gonna wait until I get a bit more, then I'll swap her out. I could just very swap both out, but I'm gonna wait.
In attesa di ordine. In
Yeah,
attesa
keep
di
my eye
ordine.
on that vehicle
In
up
attesa
there.
di silenzio.
Okay, I'm gonna
Your
swap
orders.
this one first.
落ちだわ。
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I am fighting for more than just the law. Also the justice and virtue that extend beyond it.
え Ora, shikkari.
Doctor, leave the big
Oh,
face me!
that's the wrong one. Oh, do for now. Oh, that didn't last long. Okay, the vehicle isn't actually that dangerous.
What's the law? There is no such
At least
thing
not
as
yet.
absent.
Get away from me, please! Rock and run!
I'm not liking this, to be fair. I feel like my defenses are still quite weak. Oh, this is actually going to be quite bad. This is going to be bleeding.
Can you do it?
Come on. Oh, that is unfortunate. I've already gone. Okay, that's fine. That is not fine, actually,
No
to be
matter
honest.
what, your crimes are irrefutable.
Ah, fuck. Okay.
Can I really stand?
Yeah, I'm gonna want. You want the Sarkaz cars destroyed ASAP because they buff all. That makes sense. Yeah, I probably should have used AoE. AoE would have been good. I probably shouldn't bother with snipers much because those are more high defense. Ah, oh well. I'll have to deal with that a little bit later. 10:20 AM, overcast. 527 kilometers out from Londinium. Operation platform of an abandoned mine. Equivalent to graph is count, right? Believe so, yes. Docking complete. Nothing out of the ordinary. Phew. Maybe you should take a break now? Or are you going to start... Quiet. Huh. Why are you here? Who are you, actually? Let's start with who are you? Second question, why are you here? Third question, can you fuck off? Fourth question, and this is probably the more important one, are your lines going to be as long as Calcit? Dame Calcit, it's been a while. You've seen him before. Recognize Kane. Is he one of the people that was in the court? Right, he is one of them then, okay. But this... Oh! Is he the undead one, or the whatever it was called, the Nashfish, or whatever they're called, you know, the one that starts with N. The German one, yes. Yes, that one. This rotten smell. A vampire. In a doctor's gown too. How strange. Just retract your fangs. Not even the oldest red eyes dare to approach my flesh. They are cowards all, and fear my seething anger could cause their fangs to rot. Calcit, how many Sarkaz are there who could cause me to lose my composure even for a moment? There's at least one, right in front of you. Can we shorten his name to Nash? Yeah. That's fine with me. Hey Kat, how are you? How's work? It's been a long time since I last saw an old Sarkaz hero walking terror. I presume there must be a reason that you are gracing these barren lands with your presence, King of the Nash. You could say I'm here to visit an old friend. Work was rough, not doing great, a bit shaken. Okay. We can talk about it later if you want, Cat. We've met twice. Libby Doobie. It's pronounced Naxero. Naxero. Okay. You look very different the first time. As for the second time, I saw someone outside the ship on the day of her accident. So that was really you. Ooh, I wonder who the her is in this case. Hope the stream's been going well. Yeah, it's been quite good so far. I thought the Naxxela court had already made its choice when it turned a blind eye to an assassination. To an assassination that's despicable. Be it then or now, the Naxxela, well, whatever, have only ever had one choice. We are Sarkaz, and we are loyal to the Sarkaz. Not the throne or the crown, much less ancient witchcraft. I'm gonna just chill and watch you, but I probably won't be talking much. Okay, no worry. No worry. No worries. For the past few centuries, I have feasted on the flesh and blood of countless enemies, and I have witnessed the fall of several Sarkaz heroes. Some of them died by my blades. Oh no, not my blades. Sorry. Some of them died by the blades of the strongest foes, while others were assassinated. As such, I am here because I seek an answer. Tell me, what killed the last pure-blooded Wendigo? Answer me, dame. Calcit, hurry up and get Monster out. He's going to strike. Calcit, did you kill the last Wendigo? The landship is right there. We can't just... Hear me, Naxxela King. I will not fight you here. Boldrokas Tay. Oh, of course. I forgot he was the full-blooded Wendigo. Okay, yeah. I keep thinking of the Wendigos as like a bit more ancient than that. Of course, Patriot. Of course, they're referring to Patriot there. Boldrokas Tay has departed the cage that has confined him for his entire life. I will not tarnish his last wish with pointless violence. Is this your way of commemorating a Sarkaz hero? By running away so loathsomely? I am not running away. I gave you an answer I gave you the answer you wanted. Just like when the Wendigo wanted a fight in place of answers. I will say it again, Naxxela King. I refuse to fight you here. I feel like that's alluding to the possibility of fighting later. You feed on the flesh of your enemies and swallow their cries and regrets to fuel your next battle. Yet we are not enemies. There were times when we fought alongside each other. Oh, were you on, what's her face? Were you on, Theresa's side then? And there were also times when we had to raise swords against each other over differing opinions. Likewise, this applies to Rhodes Island and Boldrokas Tay when he sided with Reunion. Just as you witnessed her passing, I witnessed the return of a Wendigo soul to Kazdel. You say you are his witness? I am. And he chose you himself. In his final moments, Baldrocus Tay wanted a fitting opponent and a friend to talk to. Very well. Accept your answer. Now, you show yourself, Confessarius. Oh, hello, Shining. Had I moved to strike, even if the black monster did not come out, you would have raised your blade against me. Even I would have to dodge the blade of a Confessarius. That is, if you can unsheath your blade. Okay, I'm guessing Shining has her own version of the oh, I've forgotten what it's called now. The Xinjiao or whatever it was called. You know, Qizhao, there we go. I've known your kind for centuries. On the contrary, I am surprised that you joined the side of that outblood successor. Can you carry the burden of your disobedience? It doesn't matter whether I can or cannot. Since the moment I was born, I have carried these sins. Exactly! You fascinate me more than the masked one in Londinium. And the great Banshee, the young one, is he not here? I wonder who that one is. Oh! The guy in, IS2, I'm assuming. His Banshee, isn't he? The, Defender bloke. He is young in years, but his mother taught him well. If he were here, your odds would be a fair bit higher. Oh no, Logos. Never mind. I thought the Defender guy was, the Banshee. Ah, never mind. Yeah, for some reason I thought Shalem was a Banshee. I don't know why. He's a snake, isn't he? Probably, yeah. I think we might have already had this conversation before, now that I think about it. Three healers versus an undead would be fun to see. Will they heal to hurt it? Now that you mention it, can't you do that in D&D? Can't you use healing... Doesn't healing spells do the opposite effects to undead? Or am I thinking of a different game? I might be thinking of a different thing. Yes? Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, that is quite funny. Your anger is quelled, Naxida King. That does not mean I do not wish to kill you. Let me ask you. Is this ship built atop the remnants of a colossal artifact, still the field base of the Sarkaz King in exile? Is that referring to... Okay, well, I'll mention that later. Grand healing, undead ally wreathes in pain. Oh god, yeah. Yeah. We never once called ourselves that. Not even when she was still alive. You still won't admit it. Even though the Outblood successor has now led her forces to Londinium. Amia knows her role. We don't want a war to break out before our eyes. There should be no more needless sacrifices. Both Victorians and Sarkaz have shed more than enough blood already. Poppycock! A hapless child who dares not call herself king presumes to save the Sarkaz. I would never presume to persuade the king of a Sarkaz court. At least you know your place, then. It takes far more than your debate skills to win the approval of the courts. The Outblood successor will face a challenge in that iron fortress unlike any before. Is that why you allowed Amia into Londinium? The Naxxada take their nutrients from war. Failure brings nothing but unproductive decay. It seems you still have your doubts about whether the military commission's resolution will truly bring victory to the Sarkaz. Nonsense! Oh. Not now, monster. Naxxada King. I'm not doubting the leadership of the Sarkaz army. Just as you said, I am here to talk to you as an old friend. We must reach chapter 11 before Lone Trail, since there is a lot of spoiler and main story in it. Ah, shit. Lone Trail is not even a month away now, though, isn't it? Thanks to the Victorian Dukes, Londinium is now an impenetrable fortress, yet Theresa is still able to summon the kings to the city. This tells us that you and your army are guarding the passages into Londinium, yet you did not stop our infiltration. I think what I might do then is I might start doing 2 streams of the main story a week. Hello, Azur. Things are going well. How are you? You had the opportunity to kill me and destroy Rhode Island. 28th is chapter 12. Lone Trail should be mid-November. Oh, it's mid-November. Okay. I was originally told it was going to be early November. That's good. That still gives me time then. But you didn't. And that's because of Amia. How would I know whether it is rebirth or destruction she will wreak, unless I get to see her wear that black crown with my own eyes? You will. She will surpass what what any of us could ever imagine. Let's put an end to our friendly conversation. An eternally young dame, a free-willed vampire, and a confessarius who left her kind. We shall meet again in Londinium. Well, thank God he's gone. Whew, he's gone. How's it? Truth be told, that really got my blood pumping. I've lived for a few centuries now, but there are still a lot of things I haven't finished. In his eyes, the real battlefield lies elsewhere. Remember the release of Reverse 1999 is close to, 26th, I think, if I remember correctly. So, 12 days. That's the only reason he let Rhode Island be. And I was just saying, I don't want to go back to Casdell. Even if I don't go looking for trouble, trouble's knocking on my door. Calcit, we can't let something like this happen again. Otherwise, I'm not sure I can guarantee Rhode Island's safety. We could be in trouble the second you two leave the ship. It's time for us to depart. Shining, what's your decision? Doctor, Liz and I are ready. We can leave at a moment's notice. I noticed that you did not deny the Naxxada's king's accusations. But there's no point in denying it. For the past 3 years, life aboard Rhode Island has been peaceful. Neither Liz nor I could have asked for more. Is it time to say our goodbyes then? Doctor, you know very well that if we continue our journey together, both you and Amia we'll be in much more danger. However, if Rhode Island needs us, we will remain. Ooh, you look awesome. That's a really awesome design. Nice longsword as well. Sir, defensive cannon S309 has been activated. Looks like Manfred has made some progress. Should we report this to a regent? No need. All of this is according to His Majesty's plans. Manfred. I mean, to be honest, I can't really do it, but I sort of imagine this guy having the same voice as Malfoy's father in the Harry Potter movies. What was his name? Lucius? He maybe it's just the hair color, but he seems like someone that would have that. Unless it's a she. I don't know. It might be a she, actually, now that I think about it. No, I think I'm fairly certain it was mentioned as a he before, unless I'm thinking of a different character. Manfred still... Yeah, sorry. Manfred still needs more concrete achievements if he is trying to earn the court's trust. Capturing some fighters is far from enough. Activating the secondary cannons is his first step. Tell him that His Majesty needs not one, or even several unimportant plates. Should it be necessary, we can abandon even an entire district. Don't worry, we're still flying half a city. What's the matter? Stay still. The enemy? Here? Stay still, if you want to keep your head. What an unexpected guest. Whom? Whomst? You don't seem very surprised. Let me put it another way. We've been waiting for your arrival. The ship is stopped somewhere in the barren lands outside Londinium, and I thought you would only have just made it into the walls. Well, chat's very excited. I wonder who this is. Nonetheless, this is hardly surprising. Assassins are always on the move, no? Actually, yeah, I think I will go for a more Lucius voice. You talk too much. I have you to thank for giving me the opportunity then. If you want to kill me, why not just do it? Your control of the shadow is so masterful that not even I could notice you immediately. And your breathing. It seems you did not neglect the techniques you learned from His Majesty after leaving his side. He will be happy to know that. Shut up. Letting your emotions get the better of you is unbecoming of an assassin. How nimble. You're tougher than the others, sure enough. Is that why you didn't strike first? The life of the Confessarius is not worth taking if it means trading your own. I see you have yet to see His Majesty, since you've entered the city. The shadow shows no sign of change. It does not move, much less answer. Oh, sorry, that's the I don't know why I thought he was still talking. The Confessarius gazes past a swath of emptiness to the window and beyond. There is nothing but another swath of emptiness there. A golden ray of light flutters from his motionless hand towards the faint sunlight outside the window. When you reach the throne, you might meet much more than just His Majesty. I look forward to seeing the look on your face, Ascalon. Wait, I recognize that name. I recognize that name. So, they have arrived. Wait, isn't Ascalon one of... Oh, who is it? I recognize the name. Is it one of the elite ops? No, it's gotta be someone else. Or maybe it is. I don't know. So, they have arrived. Yes, Your Majesty. Our leader has already met one of them in the legislature. Inform Manfred. We must find out who is among them. The young general should have already met with our messenger, but he can handle this matter. We understand your trust in Manfred, Your Majesty. Body of Outcast. Right, okay, yeah, so it is one of the elite ops then. Oh, wait, Sweep is... Okay, Assassin. So Sweep is the one that has Project Red and that in, right? It's that side that's sort of linked to Calcit in the map. But I must emphasize that he is busy dealing with the rebels on all sides. Judging by the results, it seems he did not immediately detect Rhode Island's approach. Tell me the candidates. Scavenger is also in there. Oh, really? The Kings have only shown keen interest... Oh, King only? The Kings have shown keen interest in that fake for some time now. Aside from the two who have already begun their moves, the Sanguinarch has also grown tired of superfluous, I can't say that word, social engagements with the city's nobles. That's actually an interesting way of writing it, Sanguinarch. So it's like monarch or patriarch or matriarch, etc., but it's like blood. So that's the vampire king, I'm assuming. He is happy to head to Sedene to Manfred's aid. Remind him that should he ever find the Sarkaz King and Doctor, bring them to me at once. What of the Dame? Of course, the Naxxla King will keep an eye on her, but we must be prepared too. Let the vampires deal with her as they see fit. Very well, Your Majesty. I'm sure the Prince of Blood will be elated. In Cian, Sanguinarch is called the Blood Prince. Okay, interesting. I kind of like Sanguinarch a bit more. I think it's a little bit clever. But I suppose Blood Prince is more on the nose. It's more direct with what he is. On another note, our leader would like to know if you would have us arrange more guards to secure your surroundings. No need. If anyone wishes to call on me, let them come. There is one more thing. Suppose she wants to meet with that group. Should we interfere? She being Theresa, I'm assuming. Let her go. In that case, what if she meets her old friends from Rhode Island? Will that be a risk? You'll remind me now that the witchcraft of the Confessari is unreliable? My apologies. Please do not be angered. Okay, is this another case of brainwashing? Because if it is, I'm going to be annoyed. Just as you saw her ideas and actions represent the Sarkaz will, this will should be more than capable of defeating any lingering emotions from the past. Yet, the Confessari exist to extinguish any lurking problems. Our leader must consider all possibilities. No need. A puppet locked inside a cage cannot lead the Sarkaz on the battlefield. Tell the Confessari that I will say this only once. Do not ever insult Theresa again with those excuses. And do not ever insult me again. I think he's being too emotional. I don't think he's fully grasping that. Also, aren't we still on the previous stage? We should nearly be there. Jesus. Oh no, it's only been an hour. It hasn't actually been as long as I thought. Got a signal? Oh, what does it mean? Huh? An emergency meeting? Was there some kind of emergency? Rock, we have to get back there. What about them? The commander's orders is to bring them to this position, but she wouldn't have time to see them now. I'll leave them here. That's a bit of a waste of time, innit? How about this? I'll bring them to the commander. No. Huh? We still can't be sure these outsiders are the ones we're looking for. Well, who else could they be? That's for the commander and the captains to decide. You've already taken a big risk in bringing them here. Bringing them into the tunnel without permission and leading them this far. I've already tested them. You're quite smart, I'll admit it, but you trust others too easily. Take a closer look at your new friends, especially the one who's also into drones. Huh? Who? Me? She's a Sarkaz. Yeah, I'm a Sarkaz. What's the matter? Well, I'm not the only Sarkaz here. Amia? Right, Miss Rock. They are Sarkaz, and they are also our trusted friends. We are not like the Sarkaz who took over your home up there. Whether they're the same or not is not for you to decide. What's that supposed to mean? You should have told us sooner you weren't keen on working with us. We wouldn't have squirmed around in these dark tunnels for so long. You're locals. If you want to stay, I will welcome you like I welcome all my brothers in arms. But I can't trust them so easily. It doesn't matter what you say. We live together, we die together. We are all Rhode Island operators. It's just as the doctor said. Miss Rock, we've already exchanged plenty of intelligence. If you still won't afford us the most basic trust, I don't think we should force ourselves to keep walking this tunnel together. Mr. Feist, on behalf of Rhode Island, thank you for assisting us earlier. We will leave you and find our own way out. Wait. That's not what Rock meant. I know. I can see where Miss Rock is coming from and how she feels. Resentment always has a root cause, and I definitely won't blame her for this. Rhode Island has faced similar problems, both before and now. Whether suspicion and distrust arouse because we are infected, or because we stand with Sarkaz, it's all one and the same to us. We will prove Rhode Island's position and our actions, but I hope you can understand that we can't stand side by side next to someone who looks at us with such a disdainful gaze. Well said, Cortus. You are a fine leader, but that's not going to change my position. I am responsible for my brothers and sisters in arms too. Feist. Captain Feist. I'll get going now. Send the word out and have everyone get ready. If you really thought it through, take these people to the commander. She will make the final decision, and whatever her orders are, I will follow them. Rock. Amia, did I say something wrong? Our relationship didn't break down because of me, right? No, Closure. Whether or not we are friends is for Mr. Feist to decide. Come, my Rhode Island friends. I sure hope my judgment is correct. Otherwise, my lieutenant definitely won't forgive me. And I won't be able to show my face in front of the commander again. Very well, Mr. Feist. We'll follow you if... it's a good thing that I want to meet your commander too. Yeah, my eyes are bad today.
Good. Finished before
And
my
that
clothes
was the
got
very
dirty.
first stage we've done. That was a long stage. I noticed Amia is a bit more passive-aggressive, unlike she was in Chapter 8. Yeah, she is. I think she's definitely being a bit more forward this time around. Safe to say she's safe to say she learnt a lot from the previous arc. Ah, fuck. God damn it, we had one respite and now we have to deal with the cannon. Well, there's many a reason they agree to work together. They choose at times to be allies, at times to be enemies, and at times they have no other choice. How the stage is treating you? So-so. Not too well, I must admit. That one I can easily do. I think so far, all of them are ones that I can go back to and easily change. I just hadn't gotten around to it. I thought I did. It must have been another arc that I was doing. Or not another arc, another chapter that I was wrapping up. This isn't too bad, but I still don't like it. Okay, so if I remember correctly, it's a free. Oh, I do not like this. I do not like this in the slightest. I want to put my highest block defender just right there and slap bang in the single choke point. But if I do that, I basically leave the majority of these tiles untouchable. I legitimately do not know what to do with this one. Let me... Ifrit line. Probably not worth it though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It only goes 3. I mean, I should really be using an AoE. But I like...
Yeah, I heard ya.
She is AoE just in a line. Yeah. I mean more so AoE in terms of sort of a wider area as opposed to a line. But then again, if I do put someone there, it won't matter. Fine, we'll go. Let's not kill ourselves. You're not actually playing the stage anytime soon. I mean, true. 186th day since making it back to Londinium. 3 more men joined us today. 2 of them are seriously hurt. Only Robin is still able to fight. Is this Horn? In just this area, there are still at least 70 men in the enemy's hands. With all of Londinium fallen, there is no telling how many soldiers have been captured. I don't know whether they are still alive. And I certainly don't know whether I should hope they are still alive. Every day, someone who fought so hard to live leaves us forever. I try to remember the names of each and every one of them. But the truth is that that by the time I meet these men, most of them can no longer speak. I wish even just one more pair of ears could have heard their voices. And I wish there could be someone here to hear my voice. I hope you will one day see these records. I hope your mission outside is successful. I hope you won't be back in Londinium so soon. This does sound like Horn leaving messages for Bagpipe. That's my first guess, anyway. Ah, maybe I'm right. Horn, we've got the new hands settled in. Thanks, Blake. Don't give them any missions just yet. Let them rest a couple of days. I do also... I would laugh if it turns out she's the commander, but I'm assuming not. Horn, I don't need time to settle in. I can go out there and fight whenever. Or actually, maybe she is, because she did work in tandem with them. It would be funny if it turns out she was the commander, but I doubt it. It's probably going to be someone else. Fine. Blake, assign Robin to 4th. He'll join the 2nd shift as a scout. Roger that. Roger that, Horn. Perfect timing. Dublin activity has been on the rise. We needed more men. The 3rd still... Yeah, the 3rd still isn't back. Robin, you should stay here and get some rest. I can do something else. I suggest you come over here and sit down. We have half an hour at most. Don't waste it. Alright. And I understand how you feel. You want to go out there and fight, right? The battle this morning wasn't enough to sate your hunger. Right, my hand is still trembling. It wants me to hold my crossbow a while longer. Robin, remember one thing. We are here not because we have to kill a few more Dublin soldiers or Sarkaz. Our top priority is to survive. After that, it's to make sure as many of us survive as possible. Horn, I understand. Good. Now let's get some rest. What is it you're holding? A notepad? Oh, it's just some random scribblings. Pay it no mind. You mentioned that you worked alone for a very long time. No wonder you have that kind of habit. Maybe it's because I've been a captain for too long. It felt like something was missing when I had no one to give orders to. Thankfully, Blake and the lads stole this pen from the Dublin forces. Otherwise, I'd have to carve everything out letter by letter in skewers. Have you really done that before? Go take a look at the sewers all the way at the edge of the city. You might just find my magnum opus, Victoria: A Brief History, personally carved by my own hand. Could I possibly have access to that? At some point, I will have to do a video on Victoria, and I very much would like that. Those sources, please, if you could direct me into the right piping for it. Thank you. How long did that take you? I'm just pulling your leg. Oh. So, no brief history? Let's save the chit-chat for another time. Dublin could be here at any moment. I'll get some sleep. You should too. General, Dublin's feline caster is here. She wants to see you. Just sword chat. Just, Karma, can you show me the source? Horn. It was revealed to me in a dream. just that, or the source is I made it the fuck up. Is she alone? Yes, she didn't bring anyone else. Let her through. General, her arts is hard to defend against. So it's your opinion that I can't handle her Virginia marks? No, that is absolutely not what I meant. General, just like General Theresa, you have my utmost respect as a warrior. Then go back to where you belong. Yes, General. Yeah, the Sarkaz really are a lot more disciplined now. Hodera, you stay here. I'm sure you are already prepared. Having met with the Confessarius messenger, messenger. I have a job for you. You want me to find people from the ship? You worked hard. Yeah, you worked with them before. I'm a mercenary. Mercenaries never remember who we work with. Not unless their heads are worth a lot. Surely it must be easy to deal with old friends, no? Maybe. The Babel assassin has already made it to the city centre. It's the Confessari's job to fend her off. As for the others, Hodera, why don't you take a guess who they have? The mercenaries in the city still haven't found any traces of any one of them. They will make their move sooner or later. For the past 6 months, our eyes in Victoria have been keeping a close eye on that ship. Yet, they were always one step ahead of us. To the point that they came all the way to Londinium without any of us noticing. Why do you think that's the case? There's only one possibility. There's someone working for them in Londinium. Whoa. Someone working with them. An agent. They must have planted this sleeper agent years ago. And this agent must be of some standing too. Otherwise, there is no way they could have escaped our watchful eyes. I will laugh if that agent turns out to be Hodera. It makes sense. My impression is that the Dame Doctor's methods can be unorthodox. It probably wouldn't be. There's bound to be other people. It just would be really funny, the drama of these two being friends. Though it would be very confusing considering he literally killed some of the Rhodes Island people. So it's probably not him, but still it would be very interesting if it were. But it could also, no, it's most likely going to be Heidi, surely. Or Heidi, I don't know. If anyone, it's probably more likely going to be her. I think Hodera is pretty much in line, so yeah, it's probably, Heidi probably lives here in Londinium. I think we get her as well, so that's probably going to be the case. Anyway, enough theorizing and actually go into the video. Into the game. Hodera, look at the battlegrounds of all the rebels we've captured recently. You think we've already caught them? There must be a reason why the Rhode Islanders are still loitering nearby. I would also laugh if Heidi turns out to be the commander. 1:15 PM, overcast. Not that you would know, being underground. Underground structure. The Dean Borough, Londinium. Here we are. Who's there? Old Bill, it's me, I'm back. It's you, our lad? I just saw Rock. I thought you two left on a mission together. She came back first since she had something to take care of. Who are these folks you have with you? Wait, Sarkaz? Don't. It's very likely they're the ones the commander's been waiting for. I thought she was waiting for allies. There's no way they could be a bunch of devils. Bill, give me a break. Where's the commander? I'll see her right now. Think about it. Do you really think there's a chance I could be a traitor? Not one bit. Everyone here treats you like you're their own baby brother. Rock had you guard this place, right? Bring a few more men. You can escort us there. Alright, if you say so. As for you lot, don't even think about pulling any funny moves. We are watching you, Sarkaz. Amia? I feel a little unwelcome. Like, I've never felt this unwelcome. I get that sense. Yeah. Sorry. They ain't used to... yeah, I'm gonna use ain't as well. They ain't used to using the... they ain't usually like this. It's just... they're a little sensitive about how some of you look. Things will be much better once our commander talks some sense into them. Come with me. They're having a meeting up ahead. Oh, it's one of those furnaces in the trailer. Did you not hear that? They blew the port up with the defensive cannons. We can't stay here any longer, it's too risky. If we leave Sardine, it wouldn't be easy for us to come back to help people here. I want to help them too. You think I don't want to? But do you know where the people are locked? Do you know where our people are locked up? Are our men supposed to search house by house in front of the Sarkaz? Feist and Rock have been searching for information. They're too slow. The situation has changed. The Sarkaz could blow this hideout to smithereens any moment. All our hard work gone. The hideout is dead. Those people are alive. That's awfully easy for you to say. It's not like it was you business folks who built this place from scratch bit by bit. Seems like they're in a bit of a row. Just a minor squabble. Most folks here come from very different backgrounds. They may not agree with each other sometimes, but all of us stand together. Besides, no matter how out of hand their feud gets, as long as the commander is here, we'll find a solution in the end. Seems like you really trust her. She rescued most of us. If it wasn't for our commander, we would long have died by the hands of the Sarkaz of Dublin. Just like Rock. Her pa was beaten to death by the mercenaries because he wasn't willing to sell the defense force out. As for me, I didn't want to work for the Sarkaz, so me and a few co-workers ran all the way here from Highbury. We almost died of hunger in the tunnels. In the end, it was the commander who found us. She was the one who pulled each of us up from our hopelessness and united us. All of us look up to her, and we trust that she will lead us through each and every hopeless situation we'll come across. Commander, help me out. We shouldn't get out of here right now, right? Oh, we should get out of here right now, right? Commander, I suggest we start a rescue operation right away. Commander. Harmo, Tyrell, calm down, both of you. Time is of the essence. This is not the time for infighting. That voice. Bina, what's the matter? No, nothing. I might have misheard. Mr. Feist, it's the one who last spoke your commander. She sounds very young. Oh, is it going to be Heidi? Surprising, innit? When I first met her, I thought the exact same thing. Do you remember how I figured out you were the leader at the moment I first saw you? How I figured you were the leader the moment I first saw you, Quartus Lady. Soon, you'll know how I knew. Come, let's meet our commander. I feel like it is going to be Heidi. Oh no! Oh, of course! Ah, I forgot about her. How did I forget about her? How did I forget about her existence? God damn it. I swear you motherfuckers in chat have been listening to me badger off about who the commander could be, thinking, he doesn't know. God damn it, how did I forget her? She's in like half of the trailers that I literally watched at the beginning. God damn it, the time when I said, oh, it'd be funny if Horn was the commander. I just imagine you guys going, not that Horn. Fuck fake. I know how you feel, everyone, but there is one point that I think requires no discussion. We will save our brothers and sisters in arms. If we let our enemies hurt our warriors, who would be willing to fight alongside us? If we let our enemies take our friends away, who would be willing to offer us a helping hand? We are the Londinium Citizens Self-Salvation Corps. We must save Londinium. But before that, we need to save each and every one of our living friends. Could they have chosen a shorter name, maybe? Like, please. Like, a shorter name would have been perfect. Like, I feel like their decision on choosing how to name themselves was probably about the same as the two different teams in, what's it called? Life of Brian. Those two like revolutionary people, like the two groups, and they had like the same sort of title, like same sort of long title, but it was slightly different. Her hands are slender and delicate, fragile even, yet it seems to have enough power to quell the anger and anxiety that is about to boil over. The meeting room falls into silence. God damn, leave silence alone, please. I should stop. Those puns are getting old. Those in attendance naturally cast their eyes on their commander. It is as though none of them have ever doubted whether her narrow shoulders could bear their heavy hope. The scene is somewhat familiar. Most of Rhodes Island operators feel this way. They all turn their gaze towards the Quartus who stands in front of them. Twins. That would be funny. Okay, I'm interested to see how Amia and her will interact then. I think I know what Feist means now. They really are kind of alike, right? I agree. Everyone, quiet down. Let's not interrupt their meeting. Looks like we have a few new friends to greet before we discuss a concrete rescue plan. Oh damn, Concrete was in here this early. Feist, bring them here. Yes, Commander. Well met, Rhode Island. I've been looking forward to your arrival. I'm Clovisia, the commander of the Londinium Citizen Self-Salvation Corps. You say you're done with the puns, and yet you can't stop tooting that horn. General, the commander of Dublin is here. Madam Mandragora. General Manfred. I trust you are here because you have something important to discuss. You... you saw everything, and you still put up this act. Are you really a sarcas? They don't seem to be so. Tricky, like you. Madam Mandragora, your words just now could be taken as an insult to the sarcas. Whatever you say, I'm here to apologize anyway. Oh? You have an apology? I'm just as interested as you, Manfred. Her? Apologizing? My men had a little misunderstanding with your people down at the port. Misunderstanding? I'm here because I wanted to make sure the cooperation between us still stands. Madam, let me remind you again, there are no concrete terms we must follow for our cooperation to continue. Dublin will not interfere within Sarkaz operations in Londinium. In exchange, we will allow you to remain in a demarcated area here. You can take that as a tacit understanding between the two of us. You told me yes, and I haven't forgotten. Right. And it doesn't matter if you have. We will consider the ruckus earlier a reminder. Thank you. Don't be so quick to thank me. The Sarkaz are not as forgetful as you. Well, what do you want me to do then? Do you want my life? If that's what you really want. If that's what I actually wanted, you would not have made it here. And you wouldn't have taken to the steps of Westhaleg those months ago either. What we want is to see this bit of sincerity from Dublin. And not the kind of sincerity where you snatch a few Victorian soldiers from us or kidnap a couple of Londinium citizens who escaped. It's about time that we actually cooperate. Oof. Can't fit them both in considering Mandragora's big attitude and Manfred's big chest. Bonk Chris. Horn, what's wrong? I didn't want to bother you, but Sally, he's not going to last much longer. His leg is so swollen that you can't even squeeze any more pus out. Ugh. Is the third back yet? No. Things were a mess outside this morning. It might have delayed things for them. How many men do we have? Including new blood? We have a total of 17 who can fight. The second will stay, high alert. I'll bring 5 men with me and pay Dublin's borrowed home a little visit. But if you go back, what will you do if you run into Mandragora again? Sally can't wait much longer. He needs medicine. Without painkillers and anti-inflammatories, he won't even make it through the afternoon. Do any of you have anything that's worth money? An old Aiton's been racking his brain just to figure out how to trade enough food each day. Or for food each day. If we don't take it from Dublin, who are we supposed to turn to? The Sarkaz? Or do you mean to ask the civilians for help? Have you given it any thought what the enemy will do to them if they offer us anything? Dejection won't buy us our friends alive. Pack it up. Bring the weapons we can use. Any weapons we can use. We'll leave immediately. Robin, you said you haven't killed enough of them, right? Lucky you. Your chance is here. Oh, here we go. Fuck.
You people, I don't think I'll even remember your faces after this one. Anyway, let's just get started.
我知道了。
I actually don't have healing that can reach. I do, actually. Never mind. I'm an idiot. There we go. I need something I can do here. Okay, this can help. Oh, that was a lot worse than I had hoped. Okay. That's not going to work.
Forwards! At your service. Attack!
I'm going to do this.
I am fighting for more than just the law.
That can...
Also the justice and virtue that extend beyond it.
Yeah, okay, this isn't going to work. No, I'm restarting. I need to give this another look.
博士，不要泄气，我们还有机会。
I can't use the same strategy I used last stream. That explosion... The damage he takes, the explosion that he takes from that as well. He can't survive it on the sliver of health that he did last time. So I need to come up with something else. 300 true damage. Yeah, the thing is, he can survive the 300 true damage. But the problem is that he doesn't have more than 3,000 true damage when it hits. Beforehand, I could read the enemy descriptions. Yes, there was a new person. Is it this one? Continuously charges. Okay. When interrupted, the artillery will lose a portion of its charge progress. Will be reborn. Okay, yeah. And they come from here. Ooh. Ooh.
Andiamo.
Okay, I still need to think of what to do, though. If we'd aimed upwards, that would help, yeah. Thing is, though, I still don't know what to do here. I can possibly still stall. Stall up here. I need to put down stuff.
Cominciamo.
So much for interrupting.
Your orders. That.
In attesa di falli a pezzi.
I need to put someone else down now. Someone with 3.
Fear not! Here I come!
That would be funny. Wait, but you've got 3 block. Why is he still being targeted? Oh, it's the amount of people blocking at the time.
Doctor, leave the big guy. Ha! Kick ass!
Ah, shit.
I'll do my best.
Ah, fuck. Okay, I'll keep going with this.
This gavel of justice is weighty. Spero che siate pronti.
I'm sorry. The distance. There!
In attesa di ordini.
There we go.
Your orders. Speeding up.
There we go. Perfect. No, that's still in range.
Hellfire. Locked and loaded.
No matter what, can crimes be punished through methods outside of the law?
Shriek all you want. Nobody cares. Doctor, leave the big guy. Face me!
This is getting hairy.
Ricevuto.
Non puoi fermarmi.
Okay, this is going to go to shit very quickly.
Keep screaming!
At your service. Ah!
I am really sorry, Golden Glow.
Can I really do it?
Ooh. Did she even take any damage from that?
Does it hurt? I bet it does! Non puoi fermarmi.
Oh, I'm gonna win this. Shit! I didn't want to win this, though. I didn't want to win this. I wanted to go back and get it to 3-star. Ah, oh well.
Your orders of that.
Retreat courier. I mean, I don't want it that badly. I don't want to perfect it that badly, because I can just go back. It's just it's that mix between me wanting to do it perfectly and me wanting to continue the stream. I'll let it continue. I'll let it continue this time. I won't lose just for the sake of 3-starring it. I know what I need to do. I need to shore up this defense line a bit better, or do more damage faster, and that will stop that bleed that happened earlier, and that'll be fine.
Mission accomplished.
Because I'm finding very quickly that there's actually a lot of story in this chapter at the moment, so I don't want to spread this chapter out too long. I don't know how many stages there are in this chapter as well, which is a little bit awkward. Because I've done 2 hours and it's only done 2 stages. Underground structure, Sardine Borough, Londinium. I don't think this is a very smart decision. Rock, we don't have enough hands. There are many places above us where people can hide, and we still haven't checked at least a third of Sardine. God, that was You know, Harmo and the gang are getting ready for the move already. In a couple of days, they will be leaving this place, and so will the commander. When that happens, even if our team stays, our chances of rescuing anyone will be slim. That's no reason for them joining us. They aren't joining us. They're cooperating with us. Didn't you hear the commander? They're friends of a friend. We accepted our friend's request and helped them enter Londinium. They are here now. And if they can help us look for people, they can rest up in our hideout. That's the commander's order. And once they're done resting up, they'll leave this place. I'll escort them to somewhere safe above ground. And that'll be the end of it. Why can't we ask them if they're willing to stay for a short while? It'll just be a small favour. They might not turn us down. You know why, I told you. The commander thinks they can be trusted. There has to be a reason for that, so I'll stop questioning their motives. But I also don't want our men dragged into needless danger. Why do you think what they're doing is dangerous? What do you think they're doing here? They sneaked into Londinium with a bunch of highly skilled Sarkaz, and they're making an enemy of those other Sarkaz. Faced with Victorians. We're used to this. You're talking about the Lords fighting day in and day out outside Londinium. Ever since we were born, they've been fighting amongst themselves to no end. If it wasn't because of all their infighting, our homes wouldn't have become a Sarkaz backyard. It's tiring enough trying to take back our homes. The Sarkaz want to fight on our lands. And not only is there nothing we can do about it, it has nothing to do with us. But what if they can really stop the Sarkaz occupying the city? Maybe you think they're here to snatch the crown, but the way I see it, we have a common enemy. Yeah, and besides, the one here to snatch the crown is Dublin. I'm not so confident to think that we can take control of the situation, not like you. The Sarkaz, they're nothing like you think. They're that good at pretending. The day my dad was executed, I spotted a girl in the distance. The executioner called her Your Majesty. That was when I found out what the King of the Devils actually looks like. You never told me this before. Because I never saw the need to. I'm telling you this now because I want you to know we can't let ourselves be deceived by looks. Even though the Sarkaz woman had a flawless, unbellished appearance, even if she put up a look of pity for an old Londinium worker, totally unknown to her, I will never forget. She is the one who led the Sarkaz and killed my father, and countless more Victorians. She is the Lord of Fiends. Ah, about that. You see, we have the real Lord of Fiends here. Actually, maybe we shouldn't mention that. Miss Amia. Mr. Feist. Miss Rockrock. That's all I have to say, Captain. I will head above ground and continue our search mission. You should really give what I said some thought. Did she see Theresa? I'm assuming so, yeah. So Theresa has the fake title of Lord of Fiends. Sorry, Miss Amia. Doctor. I need to help Harmo tune his equipment. So please excuse me. I read Harmo as something completely different half the time and I have to stop myself in order to say the right word. Doctor, the Sarkaz that Miss Rockrock mentioned. We don't have any information where... That doesn't sound like Theresa's to me. It was Theresa's but in drag. It's a white-haired woman with a compassionate look. And the Sarkaz called her Your Majesty. Doctor, you might have forgotten, but I will never forget even the tiniest detail about her expression or anything she said to me. You mean... No way! Okay, you mean... I know, it's impossible. But Doctor, from today onwards, you have the permission to access the following files. Some of the information in these files will be of interest to you. Whether it's information about her or information on the powers that Amia has inherited. You talked about this and you didn't believe me. At this point in time, trust is meaningless. I can't deny the importance you hold to Amia, and the thing she needs the most in this Londinium operation is your insistence. Doctor, no matter what the two of you find in Londinium, you have to face it with her, together. I know you can do it. Not foe. Not so fast, Amia. Right. I need to stay calm. I was almost going to chase after Mr. Rock to ask who she saw, but that could further fuel her misunderstanding about us. It's okay to have feelings. You're being very hard on yourself already. Yeah, Doctor, I'm feeling better now. You might have heard a little about the past from Dr. Calcit before we came to Londinium, but there are some things that I haven't had the chance to talk to you about. Actually, for a very long time after that incident, I dreamt about you two a lot. In my dreams, you never talked. You just watched over me in silence. It was like that night out in the Barrens. You held my hand silently, and I could sleep soundly. I was able to feel you. I knew you were just asleep, Doctor. You might have been away for a little while, but you were there with me still. But she's not the same. She told me a lot of things in my dreams, from the fate of every single Sarkaz at Rhodes Island, to if I wasn't sleeping well, if it was cold. She warned me about lots of things. It was like she was right there by my side. The more that happened, the more it struck home that she has left us. Trust your feelings. There is so much that she didn't want to leave behind, and so many people and things that she kept thinking about. Us, Dr. Calcit, Rhode Island, and the Sarkaz. If she was actually alive, would she not come back to us? The one you're thinking about wouldn't do that. This must be an misunderstanding. Did Theresa do something, maybe? Well, we already know what happened with, It hasn't been that long. Why can't I think of the name? Oh my god, my mind's gone blank. Well, we already know that brainwashing and mind control is a thing. So, let's put up this one. No! Oh, why can't I think of a name? The point I was going to make is... Yeah, the point I was going to make is that we already know about mind control, brainwashing, all that sort of thing from the reunion leader. Tallulah, there we go, thank you. God, why did it take me so long to remember the name? But yeah, so we've already seen what happened with Tallulah, so it's not out of the question that we could think, oh, maybe something like that has happened with Theresa. Yeah, maybe... Tallulah got snakes, maybe Theresa got Theresist, I don't know. It's a very cruel method. Death is a very serious matter to the Sarkaz. Much more so than any other race. The souls of a Sarkaz who passed eventually returns to her whole tribe. It's the greatest comfort to the Sarkaz after a lifetime of hardship. Doctor, you witnessed the passing of Patriot. It was a matter of dignity and pride. It was the last time a man saw his own fate. The silence of death gave him an answer, and this answer can forgive everything about him. No Sarkaz should ever have that final piece stolen from them, especially her, who gave everything to the Sarkaz. Doctor, do you remember what I said at that port? I know what emotion has taken hold of Londinium. It's anger. Sarkaz anger. And it's not just me who can hear it. This anger is so strong that all Sarkaz can hear it. Even a Wendigo altar can't give rise to such strong resonance. It's like someone turned Sarkaz centuries old burning anger into an actual raging fire. If no one puts a stop to it, sooner or later, it will burn through Londinium's skies and spread burning everywhere in its path. That's why we need to get close to it as soon as we can, find out what the source of that fire that's engulfing everything actually is. I'm worried about you. You can see it, Doctor. Right, emotionally, I'm not like I was before. The one ready to dive into the fire isn't the leader of Rhodes Island. Probably not the successor they keep talking about either. It's Amia. This is what I want. It's the answer I'm looking for as an individual. And it's true. I'm also a little scared. I'm afraid that answer... I'm afraid of that answer. I don't want to see Dr. Coutsett and everyone else have their hearts shattered. There's you too, Amia. Yeah, right. There's me too. If it's really her, I don't even want to imagine what that might mean. Yeah, she definitely needs a hug. But this is something I must face. This is something I must face. There is no other way forward. I'll face it with you. Thank you, Doctor. Just knowing you're here by my side gives me the courage to keep going. I'll talk to Commander Clovisia now to propose a partnership. Their friends were taken prisoner by the Sarkaz, and they need more manpower to rescue them. We also need their help. Going by our original plan, we should already have rendezvoused with our contact, the messenger lady. The contact is Heidi. We need to figure out whether she's safe or not. She's a friend of the Self-Salvation Corps. Maybe their commander could help us find her. That's not to mention their guidance will make our journey into central Londinium much more likely to succeed. Rhode Island will prove to the Londinium Citizen Self-Salvation Corps that we are not here for the Sarkaz crown. God damn it. Coutsett has been teaching Amia too much. Just say le resistance. At this point I might as well, because they are kind of mirroring the resistance in World War II. But then I suppose, to be fair, partisanship is the same regardless of where you go. Horn, the Dublin forces are acting really strange. They're going that way? I thought Sarkaz troops were guarding that area though. Dublin would never have dared to go anywhere close with them around. They must have their reasons. I'll tell them. Isn't that a tad risky? They have 10 times our manpower. And that's why I'm going alone. The rest of you will continue as planned. Look for resources at their stronghold. They've just started relocating. Most likely, they haven't had the time to haul supplies away too. Be careful out there. You too. Hey, get a move on. The commander doesn't want us to waste another second. I know you don't want to be doing this, but who does? Are these stinking devils treating us like a bunch of mercenaries? But don't let me see you slacking off. You better not embarrass the commander in front of the Sarkaz. Why aren't you keeping up? M611 was frond. What's going on? Don't move. It's you. M601. Call for... Don't speak either. Hand over the comms. Alright, now you can speak. Tell me, who are you helping with the who are you helping the Sarkaz with? What are you helping the Sarkaz with? Like I tell you, you wicked Victorian wolf. Let me think. How did Dublin treat the Victorians who weren't willing to talk? They were hanged on a pulley a dozen meters off the ground, right? Too bad. I don't know how to make stone columns with art. I don't have an easy way to send someone so high up. You wouldn't. Wouldn't I? Geneva Convention doesn't exist here, bitch. True. If I were as shameless as your commander, watching my people sacrifice themselves in County Hillock one by one wouldn't have bothered me one bit. How about this then? I'll tie you up, and then dump you in some abandoned factory. More like Geneva suggestion, yeah. There are lots of factories like that around here. It wouldn't take that long to look... Oh, yeah, it wouldn't take that long to look through each and every one... Oh, look through each... fucking Christ. It wouldn't take that long to look through each of them one by one. Geneva to-do list. Oh no, that is awful. the Geneva checklist. The two of you. Now that's how I do things, right? It's thanks to my practice that I could rescue some of those poor soldiers from you people. I only hope that your commanding officer will find you too before you die alone, despairing in the darkness. No, my commander wouldn't. Please, spare me. What do you want to know? I just follow orders. I don't understand the complicated stuff. Yes, I'm quite sure of that. The Sarkaz commander is much smarter than your commanding officer. Oof. Whatever he's scheming, Mandragora will never figure it out. And you lads will have to keep letting the Sarkaz toy with you. Fine. You just need to tell me where you're heading then. I'll figure out the rest myself. I only follow orders. Traditionally not a good defense. Yeah, not a lot of people survived The Hague with that excuse. If you're back, why didn't you pay me a visit sooner? Whomst? You? You rat bastard. You have too many guests. Ah, I forgot, you didn't want to see the Confessarius messenger. You rat bastard! If you found out I came back to Londinium, wouldn't that spell the end of my leisurely days? Even then, you didn't have to wait for Hodor to leave before you show yourself. He's my man. Oh. He won't ever report your presence to the court. You are a disgrace to Victoria. Oh, he's your man. Don't fool yourself. You don't trust anyone. If you really trusted him, you could have just hollered my name. You're the one who decided to wait until Dublin feline and your mercenary friends were gone before saying hello. Let's set this topic aside. You helped me lure the Dublin forces into position this morning. I owe you this one. When do we get to kill him? Do we get to kill him? I hope we get to kill him. Oh, it's no big deal. Besides, I got a little surprise out of it. A surprise? For you, of all people, to use that word, I'm guessing you found more than a few rebels. Hmm? Did you meet the Rhodes Islanders down there? There's more. Not only did I run into them, they were the ones who rescued me from Dublin and escorted me to the city walls. If it wasn't for how antsy you were to test your prized new toy, such that I had to be blown up in front of them. Yes, right, this rat bastard was blown up. How did he manage that? Perhaps I could have followed them a little longer. I actually wanted to have a good chat with her. What if I tell you there's still a chance? Another job for me? Didn't you send the Dublins and the mercenaries to guard the temporary brig? I thought you had everything in place already, and you just had to extend an invitation. I prefer writing myself a few insurance policies. Alright, alright. You owe us one then. Did I just say us? No matter. There's no one else here. Truth be told, we don't really want to stay here for much longer. That narcissistic old man with his chalice is almost here, isn't he? Chalice, which one is that? Is that the vampire? Don't tell him about us. Of course. I have yet to repay your kindness, after all. I hate that these two are speaking as equals. I hate the idea that that rat bastard is an equal. Another note. You should stop masquerading as a dead man. Not only might you find your cover blown, it also makes me feel uneasy. Gah, we almost forgot. What an upstanding sarcasm you are. Right. Pupil of Theresa's? Relax. The next time we meet, I won't be Mr. Thomas anymore. Is that like bad luck for the
Doctor,
sarcasm to be...
Prepare a team to arrest the fugitives. There is no difference between a moment of mercy and a miscarriage of justice.
Okay.
They have not yet been read their verdict.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. But... Oh, I've completely forgotten what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, do sarcasm... is it like bad luck or something to be around someone who's fakes their death or something? Because the way he spoke about it sounds almost like it was a superstition. Oh, this is going to be painful. I don't know if I want to do this. Remember to hydrate. Yep. Thanks for the reminder. I think it's just Manfred's warrior attitude there, that he doesn't want to see a dead man desecrated or something. Hmm. Red stages don't usually have cutscenes though, do they? I can't remember. If they don't... Oh, it's only 2 hours. It hasn't even been a long stream. I suppose I should just keep going. Okay, let's have a look at this then. 2 choke points. Have people snipe the beginning of this area. How do I remove the reactions on the side? It's blocking some... Oh yeah, I don't know actually. I haven't done it myself. So for me, sometimes it just disappears, so I don't really know what causes it. Okay, people sniping casters in this middle block. Just target them. I'll just go in. I'll go in for it. Damn it, there is a cutscene. I thought the red stages didn't have cutscenes. Oh. Burn this view of the city into your memories. Every time a new every time a new skyscraper is built, countless old buildings are inevitably torn down. It is this thick layer of dust, accumulated over tens of hundreds of years, that made today's Londinium. Well, I know the tutorials don't have cutscenes, but I could have swore some of those red or like icon stages didn't have cutscenes either, unless it's just coincidence that they didn't. When you inherit these lands, not only will you inherit the extravagant furs you see on the outside, you must also accept the scars that lie underneath. I feel like this is talking to someone that we know of. I'm still assuming that Vina is like the true leader or something. Seeing as she is Aslan. And I don't know, I feel like this is something like that. This kind of has the everything the light touches is yours. It is extraordinarily difficult to build a new house among the old ones. Lords of Fiends, Return of the Queen. Sorry, that just came into my head. Your eyes need to be able to see through the flesh and into the bones to find the place with the firmest foundation that can support the entire city. This will be your starting point. This really is just kind of like the everything the light touches is yours. It is! Ah, it is! She is the queen! Vina. It is when you forget everything that you must inherit that you will... Oh, it is when you forget everything that you must inherit that you will truly become a proper successor. What confuses me, though, is if she was in line for the throne, would people not know who she is? Like, you typically know those people. Sage, please think this through again. Follow my advice. We must leave this place, this dark underground cavern at once. Only timid metal crabs and insects hide underground. I can't stand hiding down here while our enemies are wreaking havoc above our heads. I assume people think she's dead. Well, true. I suppose, to be fair, things like photos and recordings and all that might not be too common here. So, maybe they know of, you know, the lineage, but they don't know necessarily what they look like. Wasn't she away for 20 years? Oh, I suppose if there's also that, they might not even know she exists. She doesn't look that old, so 20 years, she would have been a kid, maybe. A toddler, probably. You know, the way you talk is really getting on my nerves. On me nerves. Yeah, I'm gonna say on me nerves. How could you call any of them spineless when every one of them stands up against the Sarkaz? If they were actually the cowards you make them out to be, they would have gone working for the Sarkaz long ago. Don't get the wrong idea, I'm not trying to assign blame, but there is only so much they can do. What do you mean? There is only so much they can do. Remember who it was that saved you when you made it out of Londinium half dead? How come you didn't say there was only so much we could do? I don't want to argue with you. I ain't arguing with you either. But I don't want to hear your cranky little mouth either. Morgan and I told you when we first ran into you a year ago or so. If you wanted to join the Glasgow family, you'd have to rid yourself of that shitty aristocratic attitude. Let me say a word on her behalf. Dagda's working very hard too. She's changed quite a bit. At a glance, no one could tell she used to be a knight noble. Right, I learn a lot from all of you. I'm sure you know that I thought of myself as part of Glasgow. But now we're back in Londinium, I just can't help but be aware that I'm also a Knight of the Tower. Don't you think that anything has changed just because we're back in Londinium? Oh, don't you think that anything has changed just because you're back in Londinium? Do you want to know how many eyes are on Vina? We've never been safe. No, it's exactly because we're back now that we're especially in danger. I like Morgan. She is a little bit more neutral, I'd say. I agree with you on that. And it's out of safety's consideration that I think we should leave these militants we don't know the first thing about. Dagda, you mean you're worried the resistance could act against Vina? Their membership is too much of a mixed bag. What if some of them don't actually mean well? Where do you think we should go then? As far as I know, there are still some in the city that we can count on. My mother's friends. I couldn't contact them before the Knights of the Tower fell, but the way I see it, now might be a good time. I wouldn't be surprised then, if she's nobility as well, Knight Noble, then maybe her mother's friends might include Heidi's family as well. That'd be interesting. You mean, you want us to turn to the nobles? Who do you think murdered Vina's dad and forced her to hide out in the streets for years? Who do you think hunted us down and chased us out of Londinium? We don't even know if Baird and the rest of the gang are still alive. The nobles weren't of one mind back then, but after the Sarkaz came... You think the Sarkaz are our only enemy? Listen up, my lady. You want to hand Vina over to those dirty lords? Over my dead body. Hannah! What are you doing shouting like that? Do you want everybody to know who Vina is? Both of you, calm down. Fighting can't solve everything, especially at a critical moment like this, or crucial. Until you've really thought through the consequences of your bickering, you better shut your mouths. What do you want Vina to... It doesn't matter. Vina, what do you have in mind? I think Dagda's worries are reasonable. We followed Amia and the doctor here, but... in the end, our objective isn't the same as theirs. All they have to do is stop the Sarkaz in the city. And that's exactly what the Resistance is trying to do. But we... What do you think our objective is? Morgan, Indra. Why did you recognize me as your leader back then? Because Glasgow needed to survive in Londinium. We were still kids, and we made a lot of enemies. Actually, yeah, I've only just... Of course, with Vina being that young when... Actually, yeah, she could be like... Maybe she's in her 30s. I don't actually know now. But yeah, if she was a kid when she was exiled and then Glasgow took her in, yeah, they'd have all been kids. Fucking hell. quite a harsh environment to grow up in, really. We were still kids and we made a lot of enemies. A lot of street punks had their eyes on us. And there were even a couple of bad cops who always gave us trouble. Vina, you're so much more incredible than the rest of us. You're the one who taught me that a good boss doesn't just fight. Not only did you lead us out of trouble, you recruited so many faces into the gang. You made Glasgow stronger. Okay, I'm willing to bet that Indra was the original boss before Vina came in and took over. That's why I'm confident you're a good boss. And that you'll be a good leader in the future. Yeah, she was. Okay, interesting. Very good. Looks like we haven't forgotten our convictions. Have you heard what the Resistance commander said? They'll save Londinium, but before that, they'll save their brothers and sisters in arms. Who's to say our objectives are different? My hammer was forged to save the city. Was it forged in the heart of a dying star? To save Victoria. If my strength can save even just one Victorian, then I have no reason to leave the fight. Dagda. Sorry, I won't bring that up again. No, I just wanted to say, you aren't in the wrong. What? If you have your own mission to accomplish, you needn't follow my every word. You are a fine knight, but I'm not the one who knighted you. I'm not the lord you were born to serve. No. You should find the one you actually want to serve instead of being bound by your bloodline's oath. You're free, and you've always been. Siege? Vina, that's a little... It's not like Dagda was... Enough. You heard me well. Dagda, I await your answer. Understood, Siege. Oh. Okay, that happened. Commander Clovisia, have you thought about our cooperation proposal? Amia. May I call you Amia? Please, call me Clovisia. Of course, Clovisia. Doctor and you have more than sufficiently explained what your purpose here is. If I'm understanding you correctly, Rhodes Island is a pharmaceutical company that focuses on solving infected issues? To that end, your company has worked with cities and even countries. I also know that most Sarkaz are infected. But I just wanted to make sure about this. Did you come to Londinium with this objective too? Or is it part of Rhode Island's business to solve the Sarkaz question as well? Don't say the Sarkaz question. Don't say it like that. Okay, there we go. The Sarkaz are not a question. Clovisia, the way we see it, the real issue at hand is the war between the Sarkaz and the Victorians. This war has already seen more than enough bloodshed on both the Victorian and Sarkaz sides. If the war escalates further, what happens then? How many countries will be dragged into it? How many people? We can't allow that to happen. I don't get that way of saying it, but I assume it's a tad racist. It might not have been intentionally written that way, but it's just when I hear of the X question, it's a particular saying in World War II. The answer to the blank question. So that's why it immediately rang bells when I read that, because when I saw that, I immediately thought that, again, it might not have been the intention of the writers or the localization team. It's just that's how I read it when I first saw it. We can't allow that to happen. Amia, your ideals are noble. You are infected and you want to fight for the infected. I can understand that, but what do you have to do with Sarkaz? I inherited my ideals from a Sarkaz. She was a Sarkaz, but she loved me, a Cortis, and she loved everyone. And Rhode Island was born from her feelings. Rhode Island fights for the infected, the Sarkaz, and all those who are oppressed. Because we know very well that in war, they are always neglected by those cruel men who stand at the top. It doesn't matter how many of arrogant men in positions of power we have to deal with. Our focus will always be those who truly need our help. The cruel men who stand at the top, eh? I see. I can empathize with how you feel, and I very much respect Rhode Island's ideals. Those two really do see eye to eye. However, I hope you can understand that the Self-Salvation Corps is not the same as Rhode Island. Our people come from different backgrounds and have different ideals, even so, we are all fighting for the same goal. We want to take back Londinium. If we can't be sure that Rhode Island will always be on our side, even if you could persuade me, I wouldn't be able to persuade my men. I mean, that's fair, to be honest. We will stand together. Doctor, do I have your word? You don't need my word. What you need is our deeds. Right, I admit. You've seen for yourself that the Self-Salvation Corps... I suppose they can't really call it the Salvation Army, can they? The Self-Salvation Corps is low on manpower. We can't spare anyone to your cause. You have my deeds. And my axe! Rhode Island will not be a burden to the Self-Salvation Corps. No, you're mistaken, Amia. Most of us aren't worried about your strength. It might actually be the opposite, even. Your mission is far too ambitious. Besides, you saw it yourself. The Self-Salvation Corps hides in the gaps and crevices of the city just to make it from one battle to the next. If what you actually want is a larger battlefield, and it just so happens that the battlefield is Londinium, you think we can defeat the Sarkaz occupying the city alone? Only those on the same starting line have the right to vie for control. Okay, I'll go with this one. Doctor, I'm surprised you are so honest. You're admitting to me that although you don't currently have what it takes to face the Sarkaz, when the time is right, Rhode Island's objective is to depose the tyrannical regent. Our objective is much more concrete. I think we aim to seize Central Londinium. Oh, you think we aim to seize Central Londinium. No harm in supporting an armed group ready to cooperate. Doctor, that's not what we said before we came. I am changing the agreement. Right? Oh, I am altering our agreement. Pray I do not alter it any further. Amia is a military commander. Politicians see nothing but bargaining chips, merchants smell nothing but profit, and generals want nothing but power. Dark karma, yeah. When you don't read the terms of service, exactly. This isn't how we usually earn the trust of our collaborators. No, you're right. Just like how even though we always seek to end wars, we have never been able to avoid one. Clavisia, our objective is clear. Just like the Self-Salvation Corps, Rhode Island will fight for the day we successfully stop the Sarkaz regent. Rhodes Island will provide you with medical resources, closures, working with your engineers already. We have other means to show our sincerity. We will show you Rhodes Island's might in the next fight. So, Commander Clavisia, is that to your satisfaction? Doctor, you and Amia are excellent partners. It seems Feist was right. You're the helpers we've been looking for. We may be altering the agreement, but we are the droids you're looking for. What did Mr. Feist say? He spoke on your behalf in front of me and all the captains. What about that problem earlier then? He's still young. Even though he has the courage to stand up and speak, he isn't ready to take responsibility for the outcomes. This burden is for me to shoulder. But you're young too. You're one to speak, Amia. It's just got this circle of people saying, but this person is too young to be doing this, or but this person is so young and they're doing this. It just keeps going round in the circle. But I'm their commander. In my position, you would do the same too, wouldn't you? I was just about to say that too. Yeah, exactly. Yes, right. I know you just wanted to explain our position one more time. I hope you don't mind. These two really are two peas of the same pod. Of course, I don't mind. Both the Doctor and I are happy to have found an excellent partner. You're an excellent commander. The Self-Salvation Corps... Yeah, Self-Salvation Corps is impressive. Yes, it's everyone. Dr. Karma, Feist told me about you, but you're still not what I expected. When the reconnaissance team comes back, let us plan out this operation together. This will be a rescue mission. I believe your operators are very experienced in such missions. I look forward to working with Rhode Island. I'm looking forward to this being in the anime. Train. We are very known for our trains. Rock. My men just got some news from Lady Golding. But tell our contact we'll be there right away. Phew. It's a good thing we got in contact with the messenger. If it wasn't for her, I'm not sure we would have been able to locate the prison. Yeah, I only hope this trip would be fruitful. Right. What's going on with you and Feist? Nothing. I heard you squabbling. Ever since we formed a team together, the two of you have always worked together so well. Like hand in glove. I've never seen you fight like that. We have differing opinions, that's all. How do you know you aren't of one mind? You should have talked to him about the past long ago. He may always be banging away his devices, but he'll listen to you. Is this why you came along? I didn't know you liked mending relationships as much as welding things together. It's all the same to me. You're both good soldiers, and I've always thought of you as siblings. In a way, I kind of already do some of the Cockney stuff because I do soldiers, not soldiers. Or soldiers. But it's like the juz and the chuz and the... it's that sort of thing. What's your 9? It's Tuesday, innit? Like, that's kind of Cockney. Phew, that was close. How come there are so many mercenaries out on the streets? Sounds all the same to me. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's difficult for me to convey this when a lot of chat don't necessarily come from the area. The Sarkaz are trying to catch us. Rock 5. Rock 5 sees our contact. In the bakery up ahead. Go, I'll keep an eye on the mercenaries. I'm assuming Is she like a supporter or a drone caster? Either she's a drone caster or a deploying supporter. That's what I'm assuming she is. Drone caster, okay. Like Click. Alright, nice. I just wasn't sure because it sounds like she has multiple drones, so a part of me wondered if they were deployable. So she could have been a support, but okay, I think I do think a drone caster makes more sense. Or what's it called? Mech? Or mech casting or something like that. Hey Bill, could you get this part over to Harmo? I think he could use it where the reinforcements could use it when he reinforces his grain lorry. Mech cords, there we go. It's been a long time since I've seen the word lorry as well. Alright. I was about to say, yeah, Bill was out. Hand me the wrench. Frank's shield too. I put on a new coat of paint on the surface. That should make it fireproof. But remind him that it's going to crack if he lets it get too hot for too long. The technology behind this paint is obsolete. Why don't you try out Raytheon's latest formula? It's kind of expensive, but engineering came up with a cheap generic version. If you're interested, I can give you a discount. Closure. Stop trying to scam the revolutionary forces. It's not exactly as if they're gonna have money. Huh? Oh. Oh, I love this. I love this artwork. Oh, they look. Oh my god, little tooth. Oh, they've got teeth. Ah. He's got a little tooth poking out. Hey. Oh, I love this art. This is my favorite artwork now. Purely for the sticking out tooth. This is such a cute piece of artwork. I love the both of them. Hot, hot, hot. Whoa, you got a hole in your thermal gloves. Are you an engineer for real? Hands are like the most important thing to an engineer. Gloves are a luxury. I can't grab new ones just because I want to. Besides, how was I supposed to know you were there? My hands are usually a lot stabler. Your eyes don't look so good either. That's like one of the 10 must-have qualities for an engineer. Old Bill's to blame for this. Where'd he go? He usually is the only one to stand next to me. That's another one. E, not he. E is. Oh, when I got here, when I got here, I was searching for... Ah, fucking Christ. When I got here, I saw a group following your lieutenant somewhere. Didn't he promise to come help me out? You're worried about them? Rock left in a hurry. I didn't even have the time to check out Rock 5. I'm worried that brawl this morning could have damaged the drone somehow. Oh, that's foreshadowing I don't want to see. If you're worried about other stuff, there's no way you'll pop out anything too sturdy. I fucking love the Anyway. This is all we can do. And it's only been... Oh, and it's only by doing it we'll have... Christ. My reading is so bad today. This is all we can do, and it's only by doing it we'll have and it's only by doing it well. It's not will, it's well. There's no comma there. This take 3. This is all we can do, and it's only by doing it well that things will be safer for our friends above ground, right? I didn't expect Rhode Island's engineer to be so good at comforting people. Huh? What are you even talking about? I'll have you know I'm Rhode Island's ace psychological consultant. Even Calcit, a real mean boss of mine, comes to me and opens up to distress. Yeah, no. Closure is a psychological consultant in the same way video game companies have psychological consultants that tell them how to make the game so that people get addicted and spend money. That's the extent of Closure's psychological consultant. See? she's Hypergriff's psychological consultant's self-insert. I shouldn't be too mean. I love this game. So hurry up and hand me the wrench. Huh? Let's get working already. What? You want me to crack a few more jokes to lift your spirits? There's going to be some real intense battles soon. Us engineering operators are like the backbone of the backbone. There's no time for all that moping. Alright, let's get working. Right. Show me that drone, Rock 17. It's lacking a flight stability module. I took one off my broken babies. Huh? You sure about that? Are there any patents or anything? Shh, quiet. I did it behind the doctor's back. And now that you know how lucky you are, what are you standing there for? Get me the wrench. Get me my wrench. Oh, it's certain dominance. Also, I really like the design for the resistance group. Also, grenades. I'm assuming Reginium core. What did you say? You saw Lady Golding. What did she say? Understood. We need to send word about this to the commander right now. Is Lady Golding... Actually, yeah, is Lady Golding Heidi herself? Or is it someone else? Because Golding is, does ring a bell to me, but I'm not sure. Yeah, grenades are also Reginium fueled. I mean, it makes sense, because they are a, explosive. Oh, shit. Hostiles! They found us! Rock, retreat! Find a captain. Rebels spotted on Euston Road. Euston? Euston's here, okay. Not to be confused with Houston, it is Euston, which is actually a place in the UK, if I remember correctly. Seize them! Run! What's this buzzing thing? A drone? I get it. You were at the port this morning. Rock 5, what's the matter? Did we miss? Is it because we didn't calibrate it? We didn't spot the enemy. We didn't spot the enemy just now either. Feline, don't you think that's? Oh, don't you think that's going to work? It might have worked on the Royal Court's squaddies, but it won't work for us. Is Hypergriff trying to give the Sarkaz mercenaries like an orc voice? Like it's trying to make them. They're starting to sound like rugby hooligans. Rock, is your drone dead? It's okay. Even without it, I can still fight. I didn't expect to take damage from you. Looks like your arts are no less impressive than your courage. I'll put in a word for you with my captain when you die here. You don't have to go to the factory anymore. Saves you a painful death. Ugh. Rock, get going. I'll hold it here. More like British tourist on Mallorca. No. They're not deliberately destructive. I mean more so the people who set fires to cities when their favourite team wins. That kind of hooligan. No, we'll go together. You need to get Lady Golding's message back. The commander must know. She must know that the messenger... This message is very important. Bill, I believe in the commander, and I believe in you and Feist. Listen to me. Stop fighting. We're all a family. Back then, we were only able to escape because of your dad. Your dad stood in the Sarkaz's way too. Go! Did he just pull a grenade on himself? What's with the thick smoke? Did he have a grenade? How dare you hurt my men? You aren't getting out of this alive. Damn it. Oh, fuck you. Captain? Take him back and lock him away with the other rebels. Oh, he's still alive. Okay. Captain, this guy tried to blow us up and got himself caught in the blast. He won't live much longer. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have to live much longer. Very well. It's the General's orders, right? Should we go after the rest of them? Do it. Don't hold out too much hope, though. Alright, here we go. This is going to... Bound by pain. I was about to say this is going to be pain, and I guess, How high are you starting? What do I do? Explode? Okay. Calm. I don't have the abilities. What do I might need to be aggressive.
Forwards.
This won't last long either, because the moment this goes pear-shaped.
At your service. Attack!
Solid positioning.
This is going to fail very quickly. No. Here.
I'll do my best.
Oh, fuck me. Well, yeah, this is going to be a loss, I think.
Can you do it?
Sguainate le spade.
The distance. There! Justからかってあげようっと。Pagliacazzi. 問題ないな。続いて。I'll take the lead. The rest is up to you guys. Parade! 私ならここ戦いだけに気を取られないで。怪我してるよ。Doctor, leave the big guys to me. Hellfire, locked and loaded.
Oh shit, she wasn't being healed. I'm an idiot. Okay, this can block
It's my duty to stand here.
Oh! You know what? I'm okay with that.
Can I look at distance? There! Shriek all you
Bah.
want! Nobody kills that!
Well, that's now fail.
The opponent!
Fucking Christ, how am I gonna deal with this?
Doctor, hold on tight to my shoulders. Don't go blaming me if you fall off.
I'm not gonna be around the bush here.
Follow me! Forward!
ここでは何も起きていない。さっさと片付ければ。
Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
楽に終わる。
But, well, it got them killed anyway. That's fine with me.
我知道了。
Cominciamo.
Oh, that's the wrong Texas. Oh, I have no... I just realized I actually don't have any... Fuck. I messed that up. Okay, I've got an idea with Texas, I just didn't
Doctor,
do it properly.
this time I'll stay. Hurry and take the others to safety. I've got this. I can do this.
ここでは何も起きていない。指定
No,
の
not
位置に
yet.
向かう。
Oh no, he's gonna get...
指定の位置に
Shit.
向かう。
Okay, this didn't happen last time. Okay, that's fine still.
我知道了。
Sguainate le spade.
Non puoi fermarmi.
Damn it, I still quite couldn't get what I wanted to do there, but that's fine.
Forwards!
Ricevuto. Fear not! Here I come!
Your
Ah
orders.
shit, one went through. Where's... Oh, why is she still
指定
there?
の位置に向かう。
I am fighting for more than just the law. Also the justice and virtue that extend beyond it.
これで静かになってくれる。指定の位置に向かう。
Come on, c'eri quasi, tesoro.
さっさと片付ければ楽に。
No matter what, your crimes are irrefutable.
At your service. Attack!
ここでは何も起
起点人。我知道了。
Come on, don't change yet.
What's the law? There is no such thing as absolute justice. But I still invoke it.
Let the world burn!
Oh, fuck!
I'll take the lead. The rest is up to
Ah.
you guys. Does it hurt? I bet it does!
Damn it, I didn't mean for that one to go in, but that's fine. It's fine, we're probably not going to get the...
I'll charge the weeks. Relax. It'll be over in an instant. Shriek all you want. Nobody cares.
Mission
Okay.
accomplished.
Messy, but with the help from the support, we
Not
got
my
it.
best work. You can lay it
Oh,
on me for
come
letting a
on!
few get away.
It is right there! We are right at the level. Ah, okay. Texas is really the new delete button, yeah. I'm so annoyed I didn't get her. Oh, nice, that was it as well. Okay, that's actually quite good. That's good, that gives me time to finish up then, I think. That's 3 stages. Not too bad. I'm definitely going to need to get a shift on, though. Does anyone happen to know... Oh. So there's at least 17. I'm assuming there's more. Ooh. Hey, we do get Heidi. So I know there's at least 17 stages, probably more. I'm assuming that's other stuff, but we'll see how that goes. That's fine. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here for now. And so what am I going to do? I'm not sure if I'm going to stream tomorrow. I might stream on the Monday. It depends. 10:17 is the last with gameplay. 10:19 is the final story. Okay, so it's a little bit shorter this time compared to Chapter 9 then. That's not too bad. I think I could get through that relatively quickly, especially if I do 2 per week. What I might start doing then is I might start doing a stream midweek as well. Or on the Friday, I'm not entirely sure. But, to basically speed us up a little bit. I think that should do it. But I'm really liking the chapter so far. I think it's really interesting. I like the, I don't know, I like all the elements to it. I like the parallels as well to, oddly enough, despite it being London, I like the parallels to France. And the sort of like the Vichy French traitors and then the resistance. It is quite interesting. But yeah, I think for now I'm going to leave it here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop Discord link for people who are new here. Do you like the canon in... yeah, they're annoying. I don't know. It's a fun mechanic, but it's like, I hate it. As long as I can sort of keep the cannon where I want it, I'm not too bad. But then, it's keeping track of the those slug things. But yeah, for now though, that's going to be it. And I don't really have a plan, but I'm thinking that I might make a stream schedule for this coming week. We'll see how it goes. What I might do is I might stream on Wednesday because I don't have work on Thursday this week. So we'll see how it goes. But until then, thanks everyone for coming around, and I shall see you all next time. Bye-bye.